morning to everybody. First and foremost, I was going to replay the show today. Also, good morning to the one that's coming in here on time. I typically play music. Oh, I forgot to do something. I forgot to do a lot of stuff. I typically play music for the first 10 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the show today. I forget to do all that. I forget to do all that. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. I gotta tell you about my story. You see it in my eyes. Like the only thing that helped me feel alive. Strange, but I got on you. You probably love me when I want you. Yeah, so many mistakes around, kill all the fighters. Yeah, I can do anything, but I can't die young. Yeah, if you break those shoes, niggas still done. They tell me stay about the streets, cap you a legend. So I'm fucking around and slap the eagle. They got too high, he hiding 40 in the freezer. My body got keys, but I'm on beat like I'm Alicia. Trap on friends, I think my niggas different preachers. I can tell you my lifestyle. Some shit you never knew. The hood we ain't got. It ain't nothing else to do. All my clothes just down. I'm losing all my crew. I'm in upside. Everybody saying it's the lose. Medication, the only thing that helped me get through. They say they wish you, but they really gotta help you lose. All different routes. Try to stay from around them. Slim trust his partner. Look how they found him. Yeah, they hold the boot like I work at Ingles. I always keep my eye when my clothes wrinkled. I broke, but I'm not human neither. I feel like Will Smith fighting for land. I'm tell you about my story, you see it in my eyes. Like the only thing that helped me feel alive. Strange, but I got you. You probably love me when I want you. Yeah. Too many snakes around, kill all the pythons. Yeah, I can do anything, but I can't die young. If you break some shoes, niggas still done. They tell me stay about the streets, cap you a legend. Yeah, used to the hate. Look, I'm running shit, don't feel right. I need Jackson like I'm living my 15. Don't make the bank, don't feel right. The dream. This can't be like bread on the bottom. I came from G9. I didn't have nothing to give. I said, give my in charge. I cannot control. Yeah, travel house, we at the door. I can't go broke, cause I hate the post. You never know, so you gotta pay code. Nigga trying to damn me up the 5 and look right on them and wings. I'll never use a thief, I think she dumb, she needs some wisdom. I keep staying for the lights, that's gonna probably make the feds. Feathers flop together, they all land when the bread come. They load up all them guns, they hit your door and they don't need to kill the sworn that I seen this shit before. I'm not
get Will in here today. Nah, good morning. How life was good. I'm gonna reach out to Will today.
Right, love me when I want you. So many things around, kill all the fighters. Yeah, I can do anything, but I can't die young. Yeah, if you break some shoes, niggas still done. They tell me stay about the streets, cap you a legend. So right now, I fucked around and shot the eagle. True, this is the best relationship I ever been in. Good morning, everybody.
I'm focused, man.
All right, I'm gonna just stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there. That song is too long. Yes, me and Jay. Come here, Milo, because you in trouble every day. Milo, come here. Me and Jada did make a bet on that game. Shout out to the Lakers. Me and OG made a bet on that game. Shout out to OG. I mean, it's just levels. It's just levels, you know. Milo, hold on, y'all. Let me get Milo. Let's go. Right in here. So lay down. Go lay down. Lay down. And don't move. Milo is not in trouble. For everybody that don't know, I own a golden doodle. He's 4 years old. He's freaking ridiculous. All dogs are loving, but golden doodles are like extra loving. But like when they get to that point where they just spoil, they don't listen. Like or they pick and choose when they want to listen. Grind your gears. But either way, good morning, everybody that's in here. Welcome back to another daily Facts and Stats show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. Until I'm feeling good today. Obviously, the same old gym, breakfast, Facts and Stats. Today was a phenomenal arm day. Breakfast, waffles, eggs, spinach with some potatoes. And then I top it off with my green tea. So I'm feeling good. Hopefully, y'all feeling good. Hopefully, y'all go to the gym today or work out or walk, whatever the case may be. And hopefully, everybody in here had a good breakfast. And if not, have a better lunch. Lunch is important too. Nush, fun fact, Milo was a non-cage dog. You know, it's funny because I'm literally about to buy him. I'm literally thinking in my head this morning when I'm making breakfast. Yeah, he got to go back to a cage. I bought Milo a cage one time in my life, and that's when he was up to 1 year old. He got so big, it was like a little mini cage where there was no top on it. He got so big, he started to jump the cage. So at that point, I'm like, man, I can't put my dog in a cage. You know, like I love him too much. He looking at me right now too. I love him too much, but now I'm getting to the point where like he gotta go back cage. Now he gonna bark crazy, he gonna bark relentlessly if he goes into a cage again, but I think I gotta do it because I gave him too much freedom, you know, and now he just too accustomed to all that freedom, you know, and now he like he can do whatever he want whenever he want to. So yeah, that's a little fun fact. But either way, welcome back. Slight NFL today. Excuse me. Slight NFL today. NBA today. And also highlighting the women's finals four matchups. And I think that's the best time to probably lock in. So I'll make sure I'll be locked into those games. So we can definitely discuss them throughout the show today. And if you are in here, you did not like the live yet, that is a problem. Hope everybody in here hit the thumbs up button on this video. It takes y'all literally 1 second to do that. Hit the thumbs up button on this video. And I greatly appreciate that. Also, make sure you all commenting throughout the show today as I read every single comment for the most part. Whether it's a question, whether it's a comment or something that you heard or whatever the case may be. And next, if you can share it out with one person, whether it's a family member, significant other, or even multiple people, whether it's a Twitter group chat, Instagram group chat, iPhone group chat, whatever the case may be, share this show out with one person today. Let them know what Fact and Stats is all about. And let them know they are definitely welcome to come in here and speak their mind in regards to whatever the topic may be. Last but not least, if you are in here this early and you're not subscribed yet, I would love for you all to subscribe. Fact and Stats is a daily sports show. It's a podcast. It's also a clothing brand. So make sure you all hit that subscribe button, and I will greatly appreciate that. Road to 1,000 subscribers. Road to 1,000 subscribers. Next, if you ever want to extend your support for the platform, there are a couple of things you guys can do to do such. First and foremost, you can become a member, like the numerous members that are here early already: Justin, Black, Highlight, Nana, Anush, Jordan, etc. How can you become a member? The link is in the description on this video. There's 3 different levels you can join as: level 1, level 2, and level 3. They all have different customized perks and emotes and things of that nature to be able to send into the chat. So feel free to extend your support for the platform if you ever feel the need to do so or want to do so. Next, you can send super chats and super stickers at any time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be today. It can be any show. $5, $10, $15. All extended support would be appreciated regardless. As you see on the back end. Next, you have the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. That's all at Fact and Stats _. I will be taking some clips from the show, whether it was last week's show or yesterday's show, and distributing clips to those platforms over the next 24 hours. So that is why you can check out those platforms for those things. And also when I record podcast episodes, I share clips of those episodes to those platforms as well. So that everything's at Fact and Stats _. The Twitter is the biggest one to follow. As that's where Fact and Stats show started. You know, this was not planned. I didn't say, hey, I'm gonna start doing a sports show. It didn't happen like that. God just led me to do that, to be honest. Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 5,000 plus followers, and that's where it all started at. So here we are. We moved from Twitter Spaces to the next platform I'm about to tell you all about, and that's Playback. Playback.tv/fact and stats. Also, the Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok link direct is all in the description on this video as well, such as the Playback as well, or just like the Playback as well. It's playback.tv/facts and stats. For anybody that's going to replay this, or anybody that's in here right now that don't know what Playback is free. It's an app you can easily download. It don't cost any money to download the Playback app. It don't cost any money to sign up and join the Fact and Stats Playback room. And what is Playback? We go inside of Playback typically on a day-to-day basis and talk sports. More importantly, though, we in there every single night watching live NBA games together, every day, literally. So the last game we was watching was the Lakers and Rockets game. I can't wait to hear OG and the rest of the any other Rockets fans' thoughts on that game, and also Laker fans' thoughts on the game. And then speaking of last night, tonight we have the Grizzlies versus the Warriors. I want to say, yep, Grizzlies versus the Warriors. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule that right now. The Grizzlies, man, they're just in a shithole. I don't know what's going on with them, but that's what we'll be watching tonight, and we'll be ending the watch party off with Minnesota. Ooh, Minnesota versus Denver. Okay, that's cool. Okay. I don't know what the hell this shit is. I don't know what the hell these games are. I'm gonna schedule that game just because. But yeah. So that's. Let me see if it's a baseball game. Let me squeeze in here. 6:40. Not really. Okay, but we're gonna start the watch party off with Suns and Bucks. Okay, cool. Booker versus Giannis. All right, so that's what we'll be looking like today. Playback.tv/facts and stats. Live NBA games in there Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. New design still on the way, still a work in progress. So a long process, but not rushing the process. So stay tuned. If you ever want any facts and stats of Pearl or anything that did drop already, feel free to check out the website, it's factandstats.us. It's probably sold out. And then to say, hey, Ev, I'm interested in this, or can I get this and that, in that color? And I'll order it for you and I'll make it and I'll ship it. Next, the Fact and Stats Gambling Discord, you'll see numerous people post plays inside of the Discord, whether it's myself, whether it's BJ, Lawrence, Chan, Establish, whoever. How can you join the Fact and Stats Discord? It should be on this YouTube page. You should be able to click the link on this YouTube page. If not, I'm gonna drop it right here, right now, in the chat for anybody to join. And that's that. We're gonna start it off with the same old. It slipped me to even gamble yesterday. Like I was so busy yesterday, I didn't even get to gamble yesterday on FanDuel. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at it. It is what it is. I definitely would have did a money line parlay for sure, but yesterday looked like it was a money line day. But we're gonna start it off with the same old. If anybody did, we don't have to say if you didn't, you didn't. If you did, you did. But anybody get sold yesterday when it comes to parlay sake or even straight bet, whatever. Oh, not really a sold because it wasn't a parlay, but Chan said Corey Seager. Did Juan Soto homer yesterday? Any baseball fans, did Juan Soto homer yesterday? One person told me Juan Soto. I ain't get to make that bet. The next person told me Corey Seager made that bet. He ain't cash. Go look at Malik Monk's stat line and you see how I got sold. Hold on. Hold on. Man, I got rained on yesterday, bro. I think I'm getting sick. Well, no, I'm not getting sick. My bad. Like Byron said, I'm not getting sick. I'm feeling great. He said, look at Malik Monk. Malik Monk come off the bench now? I didn't know they since when they did that shift. 2 for 14, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 turnovers, 5 points. I mean, the Kings are just Kings are a nasty situation, dog. And then I seen a report the other day that Sabonis may one out if they don't have the proper direction or whatever the case may be. Obviously, that was going to happen. Like, come on now. Hero couldn't hit 2 threes. See, this is the type of stuff that get me mad. Like, Tyler Hero not hitting 2 threes. Like, that's crazy. That's a bad beat. Jaja, I'm sorry that happened to you, bro. We played the Washington Wizards and Tyler Hero didn't give you 2 threes. Like that's a bad beat, dog. Him and Bam cooked the hell up though, but he was over 6 from 3. That's a problem. I'm sorry to hear that, Jaja. I know funny, man. I'm sorry to hear that. But what a blessing it is to have Hero and Bam as your team's 2 best players. It don't get better than that. Hero had 27 last night. Bam had 28. It's a blessing, man. Luka 25 points. Yeah. 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 He finished with 20. I missed the whole second quarter, so I can't speak to the second quarter. But 1 for 7 from 3. He had 20 points. You know, you chalk it up. We know how that game went. I think Luka more so was generating the looks. I think that was his main, not saying that was his main job yesterday, but that's what makes Luka so great. You know what I'm saying? Because Luka can be the guy that's going to kill you with, oh, yeah, I'm a 30, 35 point guy. You know, I'm going to go out there and give you 30, 35 points. Or Luka can be the guy that's going to generate 20, 25 open looks on any given night, on any given game. And he did something around that last night. He had 9 assists, but it's hockey assists. It's a lot of different things that lead to him having a open offensive look for certain anybody on the court, really. And why you think DFS and Gabe had freaking 20 points apiece, 6 threes apiece? Luka Doncic, right? And we'll get into that. A blessing, yes. Having Hero and Bam as your team 2 best players is definitely a blessing. I love it. I like it. There's no complaint from me. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Again, if you are in here, all 28 of y'all, which I greatly appreciate. Thank y'all for supporting Fact and Stats. Thank y'all for following Fact and Stats from Twitter to Playback and now to YouTube. Truly mean a lot. Still a work in progress, still work to be done, still growth or a certain level to get to, which I'm still grinding, which I'm still seeking, which I'm still motivated. With that being said, a couple of new things. Oh, my bad. Before we get started, player of the days. Let me drop some player of the days in the chat real quick, man. Who went off in women's college basketball? Who went off in baseball? Who went off in the NBA? Where you just feel like this has got to be your player of the day for the shout out for this morning. Player of the days, player of the days, player of the days. I don't even think I gotta come to the show with a player today. I don't even got a player today. I'll be waking up and going to the gym. I'm gonna get this person a shout out. Isaiah Joe. I think Isaiah Joe. He had 31 points last night. Isaiah Joe's my player of the day. Team at one point in time, OKC was up like 96 to 55 in the third quarter. Like, I'm dead serious. It was like 96 to 55 or something like that, bro. It was ridiculous. So that allowed Isaiah Joe to come off the bench and in 24 minutes. He only played basically 2 quarters. It had 31 points and knocked down 8 threes out of 14. So that's my player of the day for somebody on the fly. Page, let me see what Page. Somebody said Page. Well, hold on, what Page do last night? Hold on. When y'all say y'all player today, y'all let me know some of these stat lines, man. Page had a 31 ball last night. Okay, I know Ellie De Cruz went off. Ellie De La Cruz, I'm sorry, went off for sure. I know about. I saw his stat line in the playback. Madison Booker. Okay, Black shouting out to some women college basketball players. Shout out to Black. Madison Booker plays for Texas. Texas advanced to the Final Four, playing TCU last night. Madison had 18 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Casey Wallace had 8 dimes yesterday. That's the type of shit that I want to see. I like that. That's a good one. I like that. I like that. Sarah Strong. She's on UConn too. Let me see what she did. Y'all give me some good women shout outs, man. I like that, man. Paige had 31 points, 9 for 18, with 6 assists, 4 steals, 2 blocks. Sarah had 22 points and 17 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal. My God, this what it's all about when you thinking of player of the days. Shout out some people that 1, we probably don't know. 2, we probably don't talk about. 3, somebody probably not gonna speak on. Sarah Strong, nobody would have never knew she done did that last night to advance to the Final Four, unless you obviously watch every single game or been watching the women's tournament. So shout out to Malik, man. That's a great shout out. Casey Wallace, A dime. That's a great shout out. Black Haji, Harden, 7 steals. Player of the day. Is that really player of the day though? Like, hold on, let me check the rest of his stat line. Cause now, like, hold on. Is that really player of the day? Like, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. 20.7 steals, 5 turnovers, 1 for 6 from 3, 8 for 19. That's player of the day. You could have said Zubac. Am I tripping? Chad, am I tripping? He could have said Zubac. Like, I get the DFS. Like, I get why he say DFS. You know what I'm saying? He was a big part of the game yesterday. He was the reason why the Lakers was able to gain and maintain. I get DFS. But what the Harden part, I'm a little okay. He has 7 steals. That player today worthy. Zubac, 18 points, 20 rebounds, only missed 3 shots. Player today worthy. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'm tripping. Shout out to y'all for the player of the days, man. Greatly appreciate it. Also, fact and stats, like I said, the slogan is speak your mind. If anybody ever wants to join the stage at any given time, feel free to join the stage. It will always be pinned in the YouTube comments, and that's every day. Every day it's always pinned. We're gonna go ahead and get started, man. The NFL and their league meetings and all that type of stuff they got going on right now, they dropped some new rulings. They dropped some new rulings. Some I'm a fan. Some I'm a fan of. Some are like, okay, I get it. You know. So off the top of my head, I try to send all of it to my DM, but I didn't send all of them to my DM, so I might miss some. Off the top of my head, one of the first and foremost, one of the biggest changes that they did is now both teams will now guarantee themselves a possession in overtime in all overtime games in the regular season and postseason. This is not just a postseason thing. It is not a regular season thing. So now when you get the ball in overtime, it's not just, okay, if I score a touchdown, the game is over. Or if I get a field goal and stop it, well, no, that don't matter. If I score a touchdown, the game is over. It is now, okay, I score, I got to get a stop regardless. Whether you get a field goal and a touchdown, you got to get a stop because the other team is still going to get the ball. The tough part about it is we'll probably see a tie or two, to be honest. Like, this is probably going to lead to a tie or two. The owners wanted both teams to get the ball and also a 15-minute clock, right? Both teams get the ball, but it's only a 10-minute clock. So it's like, we're probably going to see more ties this season coming up because I know there's probably going to be a game where X team get the ball in overtime. They go drive and score a touchdown. X team come back. They drive back and get that touchdown. Then X team don't have enough time to get in field goal range, and it's a tie. That's probably going to happen. Or X team comes down, kick a field goal. It takes them 4 minutes to get to the field goal range. They kick a field goal, and now with 6 minutes on the clock, and Lamar Jackson come back on the other end, and Mark Andrews drops the ball at the 5-yard line. I would have put it at the 5-yard line. The Ravens got to kick a field goal, and we tie the game up. X team get the ball back with a minute to go. They try to throw a bomb. Kyle Hamilton pick it off. We don't get back in field goal range. So, in my opinion, I think it's probably going to be 1 to 2, 3 more ties this year. So, I'm not that mad at that one. I'm okay at that one. It is what it is. Both teams getting the ball, cool. But if you're going to do both teams getting the ball, for me, do 15 minutes. But I get why you don't want to do, because basically at that point, you can play 5 15-minute quarters. That's y'all like insane for NFL players. Like, let's be real. That's y'all like insane. Let me know in the chat real quick. Do y'all like the new overtime rule? Yay, nay. Yay, nay, yeah, no. Just let me know real quick about the new overtime rule. I see Sedarius came in with his first comment. He hates the new overtime rule. I don't know if Ted was saying I'm lame for my scenario or is the new overtime rule lame. But let me know in the chat real quick if y'all like the new overtime rule. Let me know in the chat real quick. Tony Hawk said, nah. Why y'all don't like both teams getting the ball? Ted was saying me. Okay. Anytime I talk about the Ravens game, just get mad. Like, I don't get it, gang. Like, because never mind, fuck it. Justin Achilles said, nah. Get a stop. Okay. The question is, do y'all like the new overtime rule? 10-minute quarter. Overtime will be a 10-minute quarter, and both teams guarantee themselves a possession. Both teams guarantee themselves a possession. So if you score, regardless, you got to get a stop. Do y'all like the new overtime rule? And I'm gonna tell you about the next change. The next change now. Oh, see what I'm saying? Penix 0-2 in overtime. He never even got a chance to even touch the rock. So at least you guarantee yourself a possession in overtime. I'm not mad at the overtime rule. I'm not mad at the overtime rule. Tell the team to stop the other team from scoring. It ain't that simple, bruh. Sometimes when you go into overtime, that team just have a better offense than your defense, or you know what I'm saying, and that happens. Uh, and that happens. Next, the next change, Milo, be quiet, bruh. The next change was before I move to the next change. I see Jordan Wood just came up. Let me see his thoughts on that real quick. You got any? Are you coming through my headphones? Hold on. You probably not coming through my headphones. Hold on 1 second. Probably not coming through my... All right, Jordan, what's your thoughts on the new NFL overtime rule? If you got any?
It's just is it the same as the regular or postseason
Yeah.
essentially? I mean, it's cool. I don't really be caring about the overtime rules like that. I do like both teams touching the ball, but as long as that's the thing, anything beyond that, I don't care about. As long as both teams get to touch the football.
With you being up here, by the way, it's something that been rubbing me the wrong way. What's up with your team or a couple of your players wanting whoever had like? How do you feel about them? Like basically want to wipe out the division winners and best. Like how you feel about that part? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the proposal.
Yeah.
That one I don't agree with it, but I mean I just it's whatever. That's their thoughts. The one I think they kind of look, I guess, goofy for proposing. They propose, I don't know if you saw, they proposed like no automatic first downs for illegal contact and defensive holding.
I seen that. Yeah, I
Yeah, I'm
seen that.
like, I'm like, nah, y'all just need to teach better technique because I'm no way they propose that. We get handsy and shit, and
Yeah.
we get them penalties. So I'm like, nah, don't propose the change. Just teach
So
better technique.
so y'all were the team that originally proposed that?
The illegal contact shit.
Yeah.
Yep. That was us.
Uh,
The
all right.
other the seating shit I don't care about. That's that's I wouldn't do that proposal, but that's like, okay, you whatever. You want to propose that, it's just it's whatever. But it's a little goofy to propose the other one
Okay.
to me.
Okay. Thank you. Next, the next change that they're doing now, and they're still in a working, they're still reviewing if they're going to change the onside kick stuff. If I had to assume, I think they're going to change it eventually. You don't have to tell the other team you're doing an onside kick. So that's a work in progress. I think they expected that they're going to come to that decision either later this month or in May. But the next change they made was, and this one I really don't have no much thoughts on. The next change they made was if a kickoff is a touchback, it now goes to the 35-yard line instead of the 30. So I feel like at a point it went from the 25 to the 30, and now it's the 35. I could be making the 25 thing up, but I think it was a 25 at a point in time. And then we're just 30 this past season, and now it's a 35. And the whole point and purpose of that is basically to ensure that more teams take kicks back for returns. And with that being said, is that means the kicker or punter, whoever it is kicking the ball off, will have to kick shorter kicks to get it in that range to where they have to take it off, take it back, not take it back, but return it. Simple. I'm sorry. For me, I like it. Actually, I lied. I like that one because we've seen too many touchbacks this year. It was a 20 at first. Thank you, process. We've seen too many touchbacks this year. You sure it was a 20? I feel like it was a 25. You probably right. We've seen too many touchbacks this year and not a lot of returns. You know what I'm saying? So I do think this can help bring back a sort of kind of exciting aspect in returns or exciting aspect to special teams, basically, period. Because people love seeing different guys return kicks for touchdowns, or even punts for touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that this 1000% will make more returns happen. We will see more kicks go shorter and not into the end zone. So they have to take it back, and obviously more hits, more contact, and things of that nature. But that's what football is all about anyway. So I don't have a problem with that. I'm a fan of this one. I do think if a kick does go into the end zone, you start at the 35-yard line. That's that's sweet for high-powered offenses. That'd be sweet for the Commanders. That'd be sweet for the Ravens. That'd be sweet for the Lions. You know what I'm saying? That'd be sweet for the Eagles. One throw, you can get to their side. One Derrick Henry run, you're on their side of the football field. One play. So, and if you have a good kicker, you're basically guaranteeing yourself a points every single time you get the ball. If it's a touchback. So, I like it. I think we're gonna see more returns, and I think that also bring back an exciting aspect to the game of football. So, which special teams sort of kind of been. We haven't seen too many kickoff returns or touchdowns this past season. Process, you say yes, ass. Yeah, I know it's ass, but that's why you return the football. Return the football, or kick the ball shorter. Let me say that, kick the ball shorter. So, yeah, they better not kick it in that zone, bro. You're gonna see a lot of teams kick these balls short, bro. I'm telling you, you're gonna see a lot of teams kick these balls short. And if I'm not mistaken, with the new NFL change that they did last year, if the ball get kicked in like that certain zone, I forget the yardage. If it get kicked between, I think it's like the 1 and the 10 or something like that, you gotta return it, right? Can somebody correct me in the chat on that? If it get kicked between like the 1 and the 10 or something like that, you gotta return it, right? You can't just let the ball bounce into the end zone or something like that. Can somebody confirm that for me in the chat? Yeah, they must return it. Yeah, they got to kick it short, laugh aloud, if they are in trouble. Yeah, if they don't kick it short, they definitely in trouble. I promise you that. You're gonna see a lot of players and a lot of special team coaches. They're gonna be practicing that all off season. You better kick this ball into that zone and they must return it. So that's that. Next, hold on, let me see. There's still some notifications dropping. There's still some news dropping around. Okay. Next, this one was brought up today, or whether it was yesterday,
from iPhone.
today, whenever they was having that conversation. But the next thing is the tush push. The tush push is the next thing that they sort of kind of put on the back burner. Today, there were 16 teams in favor of banning the tush push this morning. 8 short of the amount needed for the proposal to pass. No process, they can still get banned. This is not set in stone. They're gonna pick this back up in May, I think. So hold on.
Yes, the report. One of the reports said that the Eagles weren't looking at this as a win. Like they weren't looking at this like, oh, it's still it's back. It's not getting banned. They're not looking at it like that.
Yeah, rightfully so. Because process said fuck. 60 orders supported banned the tush push. The NFL could revisit the issue in May, and if they do, those 60 owners will work to sway 8 more votes to get it banned. I don't care, bro. And I know people are on different sides of the fence with this one. I want that play banned. I want the play out of football. I don't want to see Josh Allen. I don't want to see Jalen Hurts. I don't want to see Mark Andrews. I don't want to see the tush push. I'm just not a fan of it. Just do a simple QB sneak. Bring back real football. When did this tush push shit start? When did this tush push shit start? Where you can have your quarterback under center, down low, and you can have 2 running backs and a wide receiver behind your quarterback and pushing your quarterback forward. When did that start? That is a serious question, by the way. Let me know in the chat. When did this tush push shit start?
The Eagles started it when we had Steichen and we went to, when we went to Hurts. When Steichen became our OC, that kind of was like the birth of the whole thing. And listen, I get it. It doesn't look like a normal football play. It's not appealing to watch. But the only reason it's going to get banned, if it does, is because we're so good at it. And that's why I have a problem with it. And also, the whole injury thing, not one injury last year was caused by, 0 injuries were caused by the tush push last year. Okay, so that's another stupid ass argument that people have. I understand it's not it doesn't look like football. It looks like rugby and all that shit. But the only reason it's going to get banned is because one team is so fucking dominant at it. Like you can't just completely get rid of a play because somebody is so great at the play. And also, how do you go on from saying you can't do this? Like how do you ban the fucking play? You can't push people because when running backs run and the pile becomes a skirmish right there, right in the middle of the fucking field, the offensive line comes and pushes the fucking running back all the way forward to see how many yards he could get. Sometimes they push the running back all the way into the end zone just so he could get more yards. So you have to ban that too? I mean, like, how long do you take this whole entire like ban? Because you've been able to push players forward before. It's just this is just something that they use terms within the rules to benefit the Eagles. The Steichen, they have the players to do it, the quarterback to do it, the line to do it, to make it the most effective. And now they want it banned because we're the fucking best at it.
I still you said some good stuff, man.
That's so weird. Like that's like banning, like, it's just fucking stupid. At one point there were plays back then that were banned or that were unstoppable, and players their defenses caught up to it. There's been back in the day when people ran certain plays that were new to football, and people didn't know how to stop it, and then defenses caught up. The defenses can't catch up to this because we're so dominant at it, but defenses are happen with other teams. So it's
You
not
said
like it's the
defenses.
play
You
is
said defenses is
unstoppable.
what?
The
You
Eagles
said
are
defenses.
unstoppable.
You said the defense with what other teams?
Defensive teams have been able to stop this play against other teams.
It's
Oh,
not the
So it's not
same.
like the
It's not
play
the
is
same format.
unstoppable.
It's not the
It,
exact same Tush. And I'm not gonna push back to a lot of what you
yeah,
said.
it is.
It's not the same formation though. It's not apples to apples.
Yeah, the Bills use the same formation, him under center and two guys pushing Josh Allen's ass over to the line, and they do it well too. But the people that line up the same formation as us don't have as much success. So it's not like the play is unstoppable. It's just unstoppable when the
What
Eagles
other
run it.
teams do it? How
So
often?
you can't
And
just ban a play because a team.
what other
No,
teams
not
do
other
it?
teams. Teams don't do it as often as the Eagles because they're not as successful as the Eagles. Teams that have done it in the past have been unsuccessful doing it. I remember I watched Justin Herbert try and do it, and he didn't get through. I watched Jordan Love, the fucking Packers, try the goddamn play, and they're the ones who trying to fucking ban it. Him do it, and he couldn't fucking do it. So again, I've seen players do this play a number of times, and it doesn't work as successful as the Eagles, and that's why they don't do it as much. So you're banning a play because one team is more dominant at it because they got good fucking players. That's crazy. It's just crazy, crazy, crazy ass fucking reason to ban something. Now, if people were getting hurt left and right, okay, that's fine. Ban the fucking play. But they're not. It's fucking weird. It's such a stupid fucking reason to ban. And you know what? I don't. I hope it doesn't get banned. But if it does get banned, I get to say that the Eagles invented the greatest play to ever go down in NFL history. So fuck you guys, hating ass motherfuckers. Like everybody hates us. Everybody hates Philadelphia. The whole fucking world. Like for real, bro. They fucking hate us. They took the capital of the United States from Philadelphia. They took the process away from Philadelphia because Silver got involved within the fucking organization, and now they want to take away the tush push. It's fucking crazy.
Byron said. I'm trying to think of what he just said before I ask Jordan thoughts on it. Byron says like the NBA with 3 in the key and back to the basket rule. How you feel about that? You know, a 5-second back to the basket, hitting the 3 in the key. Wait, I don't know what is his comparison with that. I don't get.
Basically, that like limit why limit another player's physical advantage, I guess is what you're saying, like the NBA does. Like you can't have your back to the basket for 5 seconds, but like why not? Like if I can just continue to be there and back you
Oh,
down, they're like, why limit that?
oh,
Yeah, it is
okay,
similar. That's actually a
okay,
pretty good comparison.
okay.
Yeah,
How you
it's
how you
like
feel about that process?
I mean, I guess, but like, again, it's not like that's not like a play. You know what I mean? It's hard. It's kind of that's like an individual person doing something. I get it, but like this is a set play that is within the
well, that's the
guidelines.
nature of the sports, though. It's just that it's not a play because it's the nature of the sports are different. Like a play in
Yeah, I
football versus a
know, but
play in
I'm just saying this
basketball
is
or
within the guidelines of the rules. It's like they found a loophole to a rule that you're allowed to do something, and
Y'all
now
can
they're
hear
like,
me?
well, you're too good
Yeah.
at it, so let's ban it.
Yeah, yeah. So like Goose, like I forgot. I don't know if it was Shaq who made the 3 in the key rule come about. I know Barkley was the reason they did the back to the basket thing, but I think it was Shaq, if I'm not mistaken, with the 3 in the key. So I brought up that comparison because for the most part, it's just. I mean, I'm not saying whether right or wrong. That's not why I put it in there. I'm just like comparing it. It was just like when somebody becomes too dominant, they put restraint on them. Just like that.
Hmm.
I mean, they did it in the NBA. and that's what they're trying to do with the tush push.
Yeah, I
That's all I'm
guess.
trying.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
mean,
that's what I'm
I
saying.
guess it's the same thing.
That makes sense though,
I guess
process.
I don't.
Yeah.
They do that in
Yeah, I
every
guess
sport.
that's the
Like process,
individual.
Yeah, that's what
you're
I'm
a
saying. That's
golf
what I'm
fan.
trying
You
to
know
get Goose to see. Yeah, they do every
they've
sport.
done that. They've done
Yeah,
this with certain rules with golf too. Process like when like with certain rules. And I don't want to get too nerdy with that, but like with anchoring and shit. Certain rules that they've changed that guys have. They're trying to roll the golf ball. Like they're this is not new. Like
Yeah, but
when
this,
teams.
but
You said
that,
what?
but that's like the golf rules are making it like they get an edge not because of their physical abilities. Like, you know what I mean? Like there are different things. Like if you're able to
Well, it
do certain
depends. Like I
things
said,
on
I
the
don't want to
tee
nerd
box.
out with it. It depends on the rules. Certain rules they're trying to change. Like they changed that anchoring rule because, like,
Yeah,
it makes it easier for you to fucking putt the ball. Things like
right.
that. I think changing rules across sports because of it becomes too
integrate
dominant or something
But
is
the
putting the
thing
is the
is,
rule
the
same.
thing
or
is, the
creating a
thing
rule.
is, it's because you
Yeah,
can't.
or creating them. Yeah,
It's because that a certain team can't do it as well as another certain
Yeah,
team. So they
yeah,
got
yeah,
yeah.
to
nah,
make
I'm with that. Yeah, it's just like they didn't like nobody in the NBA had a Shaq or nobody in the
Mm-hmm.
NBA had a Charles, nobody in
Yeah.
the NBA had a Wilt.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
just I'm
right.
bringing I brought in that aspect for the most part, Goose, because you've gotten used to three in the key,
Yeah.
right? You've
Yep.
gotten used to three in the key. Like that's just part of basketball.
Yeah, but again, that
And
was
even the
three
defensive three,
games.
like defensive three in the key, that's all stuff that's been implemented that wasn't there from day one. Now, if you
Yeah,
want to
but
say
that
it's
was also,
not,
but
no,
that was
no,
also like that
hold
was
on, Goose. No, what
also
I'm
like.
saying. Wait, what?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I'm saying like I'm not saying again. I'm not saying whether it was good or bad, right or wrong. Like that's not why I brought up the comparison. Or like it's just like we've seen it before. Now, if you want to say that's whack, lame, just stupid, by all means, that's your prerogative. But I'm just saying we've seen it before and we've gotten used to it after it's been done.
Yeah, no, I never said we haven't seen it before. I just think that it's weird for it to do it in football because it's just like you're doing it because the Eagles are so good at it, and then they're trying to
Yeah, for
say
sure. That's why.
they're
That
trying
is
to
why.
say
Yeah.
Yeah, that is why.
It's
no, but
business
they're
too,
trying
bro.
to
Like
say
they
but they're trying to say
whatever.
that it's not a football play and it's causing injury. That's why they're trying to ban it. But
Is he
that's
going
not
in and
true.
out or that's
If you
me on
come out and
I
say
think I'm
Yeah, he
out.
going in and out a little bit.
I'm saying
A little bit.
if they just came out and said we're banning this rule because the Eagles are
They're not going to do
They
that.
they would never do that. They would never do
but
that.
trying to make shit
They
up
would never
saying,
do
oh, it's
that.
Yeah, Goose, they didn't come
exactly.
out. But no, they didn't come out. I'm pretty sure they didn't come out and be like, "Hey, we put in three in the key because Shaq was just too good at it," or we put in the back to the basket rule because Charles Barkley was just killing
I don't
people
know.
or whatever.
Maybe I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't think. I'm pretty sure
Good
they didn't
point.
come out.
Byron making a good point, bro.
I'm
I'm
pretty
not
sure
gonna
they
lie,
didn't come out. I'm
process.
pretty sure
That's
they
a
didn't
good
come
point.
out and say it, bro. But you know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know
Yeah.
what it is. It's not our fault. Y'all, I mean, not our fault. Let me say this. Jalen Hurts, it is. Everybody else has tried it from what you just said, and they just not as dominant. Hell, Jalen Hurts can squat a goddamn ton truck. That's the biggest reason why it's unstoppable. And he dominated at it. Shout out to the coaching staff and all of that. Y'all was able to get a bowl off it. But the NFL stepping in and saying, hey, y'all too dominant at this. And they putting restraint on it. Now, again, right or wrong, whack or cool, that's your prerogative. But that's all I'm saying. I just brought in the NBA example because we've seen it before across other sports.
Yeah, and it's fucking dumb.
Now, that's fine.
No, that's not. I'm
I
not gonna
get
lie,
you.
process. I wasn't even thinking of how Byron would just brought that up. I think that's a phenomenal bring up. Like I think that sums it all up right there. Because process, let's be two things can be true. Are the Eagles the best at doing it? Can the Eagles be stopped at doing it? Not really. No, probably not. Let's think back to y'all game against the Commanders and how y'all freaking make somebody jump over 4 or 5 times in a row, 3-4 times in a row.
I didn't make them do that. They just did it.
Come on,
I
process.
got a problem with that too, by the
Come
way.
on, come on, process.
I had a problem with that
What the
part of it
fuck?
too.
I don't know why they did that.
What do you mean you don't know why? Because when you're in a situation like that, you try to think of ways of what you can do to stop it. Process
And
and
Yeah, but you
all
the
these.
can't
thing,
do that. That was a dumb way to do. I told you guys how to do this. If you want to stop,
Oh,
if you
here we
want
go.
to stop the push against the Eagles, and you know that the play is coming, you get the linebacker, you line him up right in front of Hurts wherever he's going, and then you get both safeties and you push the fucking linebacker straight to where Hurts is going. You do the fucking mirror image of what the tush push is to Jalen Hurts. Linebackers are
Process.
now we
It's a
talking about
little.
somebody potential.
So
Now we
hold on.
talking. Now we're bringing the
Yeah.
injury
So
Yeah,
possibility.
what are
yeah,
but
you
nobody
trying to
got
and
do?
hurt.
now
and
we,
all right, so
Fubu
but hey, Goose,
Fubu went
You trying to have a
but Goose,
pushing battle? What the
but
fuck?
Goose,
yeah,
like
yeah,
now
I
we
mean,
talk
but
about
Fubu
yeah,
yeah,
then
Brent
it would
Fubu
mean,
Juju
from
went
that,
over fucking 4 times.
If
to
you
get
wanted to
hurt.
get
but
banned, that's just gonna be another roundabout way of it getting banned,
and
bro. Somebody gonna get hurt and they're gonna
yeah,
ban that shit. The next.
yeah.
But
So like
nobody's gotten
that
hurt. But
aspect,
whatever, bro.
and they're gonna
It's
get hurt. It's
fine.
No,
probably
no, no. I'm
You can
saying
ban
I'm saying
the
if they do
people,
what you just said, like
the
You
people
can
that
ban
and
the
the people,
play.
but
That's
and
fine.
Goose, the
He's gonna
people
go
that
down as the most dominant fucking play in the NBA
yeah,
history.
right.
that's
And
NFL.
cool.
That's
Shaq looked at
cool.
Shaq looked at it as the most dominant center of all time.
That's
Like
great.
that's all I'm saying. Like it makes sense, bro. It all adds up. Even though it's two
Yeah.
different sports, I feel
And
like it all adds
Yeah,
up,
but
bro. Because we've
also the
seen it across
difference is
sports.
the difference. Here's the difference between the Shaq rule and the tush push rule. The Shaq thing is that motherfucker could do it down the fucking court every single time. The tush push, you're not gonna. If you're fucking 3rd and 14, you ain't fucking tush pushing 14 fucking yards. If you're 1st and 10, they don't tush push. They only use
Now
it
that just
when
comes. Now that comes to the difference of the two sports, bro.
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a dominant play,
That
but it's not
yeah,
used. It's not used every fucking
but
play.
it
Like they're not.
it's
They're
But
all,
not.
yeah,
but it's also
like you said,
not
it's
as
the difference.
it's almost
There's
not as
no
flat.
equivalent in basketball of a.
Because it's too
Yeah,
many.
I
It's
know,
way more possessions in
but that I
basketball.
can understand why a rule like that is implemented in basketball because if you don't have a 3 seconds in the lane for Shaquille O'Neal, he literally gets the ball, sits down there as long as he fucking wants. He's gonna get position. He's taller than everybody, and then he's gonna turn around and dunk the ball every single time down the court. So I get that a little bit more than this. This is just a play in a
two
certain situation. It's
two
not like
things. Oh,
it's
you
not
know.
like it's every time they touch the fucking football they get to do a play that's unstoppable. Like you got to. How about you not let them get to the tush push then? You fucking scrubs. How about that? If you don't let them get to the fucking position of the tush push, then maybe we wouldn't fucking be so dominant at it.
Yeah. And
But
I'm
we
pretty
don't
sure.
Two
even need
Yeah,
to.
Yeah,
but
and I'm
that
pretty.
yeah.
two
And I'm
two
pretty sure you had people saying, "Don't let." Or how about you don't let Shaq get in position?
Yeah, but how do you stop Shaq every down the paint?
Hey, and that again, that goes to how
That,
dominant y'all offense eventually
Yeah,
became
but
all
even
around.
without the fucking
yeah,
stupid ass
I,
3 seconds in the lane, he still dominated.
yeah.
so y'all
Whatever.
can still dominate without this. Like
Of
it's the
course
same.
we can. I just think it's fucking
Okay.
Okay,
dumb.
so it's the same.
Yeah, but
I
I
just
It's
mean,
think it's
the same
dumb. I
thing.
just think it's dumb. I've never
yeah,
seen it
No,
used
Yeah.
well.
yeah, and
I've
that's something
never
we
seen.
just
Okay,
and that's
you
something we
can
just
go
not gonna
across
disagree
other
on. Like
you
that's
can
a
go
preference.
across other sports. You can do whatever the fuck you want. That's fine. You
I
can
don't think anybody push it back to anything you're saying.
no. I'm just saying you can never find
Yeah,
a time in
you,
football where
bro,
they
you
banned a
just
play.
reiterating, bro. You just reiterating different ways to why you feel it's whack, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's all you doing. Like
And
we
look,
can keep doing this.
two things. One, with the Commanders example, I just don't like how that automatic score shit that they said. Like if I want to try to manipulate the rules in my favor and continuously try to jump the snap, and if I do it again, it's an automatic touchdown. I think that shit is weird. I mean, they should get away with that.
But
They should do away with.
that was a rule from
No,
day
no, no,
one.
no. Yeah, I know there was a rule already. I'm saying it's a dumb rule to me. Like that's just like you saying proposing banning this is dumb. I think that rule
No,
is
you can't
that
do
shit
the
crazy.
same. You can't purposely draw a flag over and over again.
Why not?
The game's never gonna fucking end.
All right.
If
I
there's
guess
no
we gonna
penalty,
be here
if
then.
there
Yeah, I
if
guess
there's
we
no
like
penalty,
don't
wait a minute. If there's no penalty,
in a sport
I guess
where
we
things
go in
are as
6
cut
hours
as
then. Fuck it.
in a sport where things are as cut as dry as possible, I never want to leave the ref to say, well, we're gonna award somebody a touchdown. I think that's
well, you
crazy.
can't
I think that's
purposely.
dumb.
That's like the other thing too. Like you can't do that double. You know how Belichick a couple years back
The
told
timeout shit.
yeah, like you can't do that. Like you can't extend the game. You can't try and like do that to the game. That's been a rule
But
forever.
that's a
No, not the timeout. When he took a when remember
you
he
talking about
took a
the Vrabel thing or the
yeah no remember he took a false start to
Right.
yeah,
push
that's
it
the
back
Vrabel thing,
and then
the
another
thing that
one.
Vrabel used against him in the playoff game, right?
Right. If you kept
Yeah.
doing that, then you can't like that's against the
But there's
rules.
a consequence. But there's a penalty consequence to that. Like that's not a awarding a score. I think that's just different.
Well,
But
that's only because they were.
that wasn't
But that's
my.
only because they were on the goal line. If you're on the goal line and you purposely, if you're a half, just say you're what's it called, half distance to the goal, and you
Mhm.
purposely jump off
Never
sides and
gets to
don't.
zero. Never ever gets to zero. Ever.
Yeah,
Never
what?
gets to zero. You can go half of a half of a half of a half of an inch. Never gets to zero.
Right, I'll never get to zero. So I'm saying if you purposely, just every single time,
Yeah.
like even if it's not the tush push, even if they're in a different formation, you purposely jump off sides every single fucking time before the ball is snapped, and
Hmm.
it just keeps going to zero. What do you think the penalty should be then, Jordan?
We're
Half
gonna
the
keep
distance,
going
bro.
half.
What do you mean half the distance? Just keep going over and over and
Yep.
over again?
Absolutely
Yep.
infinity. That's how math works.
That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
I would rather that than rewarding points. What the fuck?
Yeah.
are nuts there
Yeah.
for
That's
rewarding
kind of what I'm
points?
saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. If you don't reward points, then you're gonna have to fucking say that they get.
Or
like,
you can just I think a better thing would be like unsportsmanlike, and then if you get like an ejection or some shit like after so many,
okay,
like the
fine.
same
That's
player
the
does
thing.
it.
Nobody's gonna do it then if they get ejected. The fuck?
Yeah, and that's just a better solution than I think awarding
Yeah,
points.
that's a much better solution than rewarding.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, you know
But that was the first thing. That was just the one thing.
But
The bigger thing the
that's
bigger
so
thing was
to do.
you said what?
That's just so stupid for Luvu. That was just that was just dumb. Like to do to do.
I don't think it was dumb
Yeah,
at
he
all. Like,
wasn't
how else
doing
am I
it
gonna
on
stop?
purpose.
If he wants to try and
No,
jump,
he wasn't doing it on purpose.
Yeah, he's trying to jump the snap.
he's trying to jump the snap.
But I'm just saying, after the fourth time you draw a flag, it's like, all right, dude, like you can't.
Well, how about after the
So
fourth time
what
you
else
switch
am I
your
gonna
fucking
do?
play? How about you
What?
switch your play?
I mean,
Why would they
How else am I gonna?
If you
Why
want
would
to
he
say,
stop trying to stop it?
You just got through saying you just got through telling his house the most dominant
Yeah,
play.
you
They're
can't-
all the
you
reason
can't
that you
be
guys are
mad that
dominant
the
at it. So
defender
yeah,
is
I'm gonna have
trying
to
to find
resort to
creative
something
ways
to try to
to stop
stop
it.
that.
But you
That's
can't
ridiculous.
resort to a fucking penalty.
It's not.
Yes, you can.
It's
You
not
think he
an
did it on
intentional
purpose? He
You're
not
penalty.
doing it
never
on
gonna stop.
purpose.
Wait. Hold
Resorting
on.
to a penalty.
We
Resorting to a
know
penalty.
we know
doesn't
people on
stop the
special
play.
teams that
Process.
jump
They're
the
not.
snap.
They're obviously not trying to resort to a penalty on purpose
Luvu was
because
doing it
that
on
would defeat the
purpose.
purpose of
No,
what they're
he
trying to
was
do,
not.
which is stop
Luvu
them.
was doing that shit on
We know
purpose,
people
All the
on
time,
special
no, he
teams try to
wasn't.
jump the snap
His
so
dumb
they can
ass
block
thought he
your
was
They're trying to
ball
doing
jump
all
the
the
snap
time.
to
They
stop
see
them.
it,
They're not
they're
trying
like,
to.
that's dumb. Now that
There's
they're
no, but there's
Fuck
process.
how
There's
hard-
no upside to them purposely getting a penalty though.
Yeah, because they can't go anywhere else. That was the
That's what I'm
upside.
saying. So there's no upside to them. Stop. Their objective is to stop you to score. Them getting a penalty does not help them stop you score.
Well,
Like,
again, he was doing it to see what the outcome would be if he keeps going off sides and doing that. Obviously, he was trying to jump it, but if
so
he
you
goes
think
like
that he was doing it solely to see what the outcome was and not
yeah,
to stop?
no, he's just
I
trying to
I
stop
think he
them.
tried to time it right, but then I think after a
Yeah,
while,
no. There's no and then. He was just trying to time
No.
it right. There was no
No,
and then after that
if
sentence.
you look it up after the whole thing, they talked about that.
Because
See
the
what-
rule book says you're just going to continue to get half a yards closer to the
No,
the
they wanted
goal
to
line.
see. I heard after the game. I forget who it
It's just
was.
classic risk reward.
They wanted to see how many times they could do it. Like obviously he's trying, but even if they go off sides until what happens, because I don't think that every team knew that was a rule. I didn't know it was a rule until that play.
To me,
I never knew you
have
could get a
I don't have any
warning
issues
point.
with trying to jump the snap. It happens on special teams all the time. You're trying to jump the snap, it doesn't end up happening. You take the downside of it, and the reward for it
Yeah,
could be
but
incredibly high.
again, if you're doing it on special teams, you can move the person up. Here they were already half a distance to the goal, so there was nowhere to go. So there was no risk.
you continue to move them half a
Yeah,
distance.
the more I think about that, the more that's just so discretion. I mean, I know unsportsmanlike penalties overall are discretionary, but the more I think about even them calling
Exactly. That's why they called
the
that.
unsportsmanlike is just weird.
Because they knew he wasn't actually trying to time it right. Like after a while, they were like, "Okay, dude, you're not doing it to time it right now."
No, I think it was more so. They said that. I think it was more so because, like, okay, dude, you're delaying the game. Like,
exactly. But after a while, what are you supposed to do? If he did it like 4 fucking times.
So wait,
in a
so
row.
here's the thing. Here's my thing, and I
listening, but I can't
understand
talk. I'll be right
the
back.
standpoint of it's not necessarily great for the game, but also Jordan, you could flip that argument on his head and say the tush push isn't great for the game.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just that's what I'm saying. If you're gonna have
But
one,
why?
if you're gonna have
That's not
one,
a
then have the
flag.
other.
That's not a
Because it
penalty.
goes to
That's a
because it
regular
goes.
play. What
Hold
he
on,
was a
I can tell you
penalty.
why. Because it goes to, and this is just not the football of it all, but it's just the reality. It goes to what OG said in the chat. And it's just very simple and plain. I ain't trying to see that shit, bro. And that's for me. That's really what it is.
Bro, you act like they do it down the fucking field every
Bro, process. I promise I know they don't do it down the field. I as a fan, and I'm not saying.
So it's cool to see a quarterback dive forward and get the first down. That's appealing to the eyes.
It's the same difference. Jordan, I don't know if you're.
Well, I mean, I can answer him to that. To me, aesthetically is like in like watching the game. No, like the nature of a close yardage situation is going to be muddy, but the possibility of it being stopped for me as a fan is what makes it more entertaining and suspenseful. And the league is going to make decisions with player safety and also along those lines as well. That's just reality. I'm not saying it's right or wrong or if it's not. lane from, oh, we're unstoppable with this. Now you're going to take it out. I'm not saying you're not wrong in that, but the reality is they're going to go with what the fans want and the safety of the game. And that's just how it's always been. And that's just how it's going to be with this too.
My thing is, I think that the arguments that they try to use to ban it are stupid. They didn't make a good reasoning for it. I personally, if you're going to prevent offensive players from pushing people forward and do it under that stance, then I understand it. You can't pull people obviously into the end zone. Defenders can't push other defenders to help move things. So if you're moving forward from that standpoint, I understand the argument, but you can't just ban the play simply because it's dominant. Now, that aside is my stance on that. But if you're making the argument of, a guy's being unsportsmanlike and that's delaying the game, it's not great for the game, you can make the exact same argument for the tush push because it's not aesthetically pleasing. It's not for the entertainment of the game. And the owners today passed a rule very specifically for the entertainment of the game. That's the reason why these touchbacks are going to the 35 instead of the 30, because they want to see kickoffs, and that's more entertaining as far as special teams is concerned. Now, again, you could say that it's not applicable or shouldn't be applied. I completely understand it, but I'm saying that the NFL isn't above it. So I think that there are dual, motivations from that standpoint as far as the NFL is looking at it for their product. But yeah, that's just my stance as far as the entire tush push is. I don't think you should blame it because it's dominant. I think that if you want to do it and stop offensive players from pushing in general, then I understand your logical argument for it. But the argument that they put forward for this, vote, it wouldn't have made sense in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's lame they're gonna ban it, but I'll be happy when they do. I think that's the best way I can put it. Like, as a fan, I'm gonna be like, thank God. But is it lame to ban it? For sure. But I don't give a fuck how lame it is.
I heard everybody reasoning, and I hear a process, bro. But I like what D-Mac just brought up. I like what Byron brought up. I like what myself said. I like what everybody said about it, bro. Like, and I think I'm gonna probably just end with what Jordan just said. I don't think it's lame because I want up out of here. But would I be happy when it gets banned? If it gets banned, yes. And I'm hoping that those 16 guys that were pro of it to be banned this morning, hope they get 8 more on board next time they bring it up in May and it gets banned. Because I do not want to see that in September. Did the Eagles perfect it? Yes. The other teams failed at trying to perfect it? Yes. Do majority teams or owners want it banned because of the Eagles? Yes. Like, all these things are true. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I'm just a fan of getting it out of the game, getting it out of the sport. And D-Mac, I said exactly what you said word for word about the kickoff thing. So it's all about the excitement, bro. And I don't think that's an exciting play. I'm sorry. I just don't think it's an exciting play. And I just want it out of the game. So hopefully it happens. What else? Is there any rule that I missed this morning or this afternoon? I spoke to the
what were they talking about? What was the proposal with the onside?
They didn't reveal information on it. They said it's going
They just said they tabled it, that there wasn't anything specific.
Okay, yeah. So they're just gonna look at it. Okay.
Yeah, they still have to look at, which they do in my opinion, because if you're going to change the kickoff rules of this, then and you're going to do it specifically because there's no other reason to do it. It's doing it for the entertainment purposes. You got to change the onside rule because there's no point in it.
Yep. You shouldn't have to know when somebody's going to onside kick.
No, I don't mind knowing when somebody's going to onside kick. Just don't have an onside kick. Allow somebody to run an offensive play and try and make it, because otherwise, if your percentage of making it is so astronomically low, there's no point in doing it. It's the same reason why they just moved the kickoff returns. There's too many. The percentage of touchbacks is too high. They want it to be an entertaining thing. The onside kick is entertaining because it never goes the other team's way. So there's no point in it at that point.
Yeah. And what was you said a proposal last year or something like that? What was your proposal? Like a one play on 25, 25 yards or something?
The 4th and 25, which is something that they're doing in the UFL and stuff. So that makes sense to me. If you're already going to change the kickoff to what it is, and it's not going to be the old kickoff, I think that going that way makes sense.
Okay. Fair. Good opening to the show so far today. I do have one more thing to say as we chimed in on some things in NFL. D-Mac, all I did was speak to the touchback kickoff stuff, the tush push, and I can't remember the first. The first one was the overtime. How did you feel about the overtime change?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I don't know why the they initially made it only the playoffs. Well, I mean, I know why they only made it the playoffs the first time, but I don't know why they only made the playoffs in that standpoint. So it makes sense that the rules match. They're concerned about games going too long into the window. The NFL knows it doesn't matter. They're going to have the eyeballs one way or the other, man. So I think it's perfectly fine that they end up matching the rules from that standpoint.
I said I feel like just let me know your thoughts. I said I feel like this can lead to a couple more tie games because you know the owners wanted 15 minutes and they ended up settling on 10-minute. Both teams get possession. I think there's going to be a scenario where one team takes 4 or 5 minutes to drive down the field, score a touchdown, other team come back and take 3-4, score a touchdown, and the other teams don't get back in the field goal range. Like I think there's going to be some scenarios like that, even field goals 3-3. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah. I mean, the percentage chance of tie does go up in this circumstance, and I don't think it's the end of the world that happens. But you know, people feel a certain way about ties, I suppose. But the percentage chance that happens is going up. But I think it is more important that you actually match the rules for playoffs or regular season.
Are you guys still talking about the tush push or no?
Yeah, we can. We still here.
Yeah.
I was. And on my way back, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You hear me or not?
Yeah.
No, I was just dropping something off. And on my way back, I was thinking, like, OG has a problem with it. D-Mac, Jordan Woods.
I don't have a problem with it. I just said
I
did have a problem with it.
All these fucking
I was waiting for you to pull this angle out of your
You
ass.
know
By the
he
way,
was going to pull it out. That's why I jumped ahead.
I was waiting for this
have a
angle.
problem with it.
But, yeah, that's a half
He
loss.
was going to try and pull that bullshit.
No. I'm just thinking, like, because those are teams. No, I'm not even trying to say, like, those are teams that don't have the the ability to do it. They don't use it. They don't ever try to use it. They never really tried. And we bust your fucking ass every time we fucking play you. We just spank the fuck out of every fucking team.
How many
in
times
the
did you
NFL.
run it in?
When's the last time you played us?
You think
Process, how many times you run it in
When
Super
we've
Bowl
been good.
57?
Like
You
that's
think
this
we
not
need
even a
that
whole
fucking
wait.
play to
Process,
beat
how
the
many
shit
times
out
you
of
run it in
guys?
Super Bowl
Honestly.
57?
Honestly.
Process,
You think
how
we
many times you
we
run it in
didn't have to
57?
tush push once in the Super Bowl?
Process,
We
how many times you
spanked
run
that
it in Super
fucking
Bowl
ass.
57?
They could have banned that fucking play
Process,
before
how
the
many
Super
times
Bowl.
you
You
run it
still
in
would have
Super Bowl
spanked that
57?
fucking ass.
He
We
doesn't
still
want
would
to
have
answer my question.
smoked those motherfuckers.
That's
Even if
okay.
the
Look,
fucking
I
play
understand why
banned
other
them.
teams, if you can't
The
beat the
fuck
Eagles when
outta
it
here.
matters most, when they're running the tush push, I get it. We know how to do
Fuck
that.
out of here,
But
bro.
it is what it is.
Get out of here. We didn't fucking need that play to fucking put a fucking 40
Y'all
ball in
used
your
it
ass.
just fine
Hey,
in
Goose,
Super
you
Bowl
think your
57.
question gonna
But you
get
went home
worse
with
or
L.
better
That
when we
happens,
get older?
dog.
Bro, I think it's going to get worse. Shit. I think it's going to get worse, especially if I got to keep listening to this shit. I just realized, I'm talking to a fucking Cowboys fan, the Detroit Lions, the fucking greatest team. Oh my God, they're so fucking good. They lose to the fucking Redskins, and we had to spank them. Imagine what we would have done to fucking Detroit. And then the big, bad, fucking mighty Dynasty Chiefs get fucking embarrassed on Super Bowl. That's embarrassing. And I got to listen to you guys.
Ass, slap all
Fuck
shit you
outta
want
here,
to. We
bro.
still beat your ass for
Get
Lombardi.
the
See what happens if your
Congratulations
defense
this year,
dies all at the
Process.
same time this year.
You still suck
your
on
defense,
too, nigga.
your defense at 100%, you would have gotten fucking smoked.
Okay.
Smoked.
Okay.
Smoked. It wouldn't
Hopefully
even
we
have
see
been
it this year, bro.
close.
Hopefully we get like y'all this year, big
Yeah,
bro. We can
hopefully
make it there, bro.
Let me tell you, your luck's running out with that fucking Fugazi F. Jared Goff. You're never gonna get fucking there.
You said that at the beginning of last season, and we ended the season with the top 3 offense in the NFL.
Yeah,
so I don't know how many years you're gonna keep doing this
when
shit.
it mattered.
You don't know how many years you're gonna keep doing this shit, bro.
And what do you mean? Every
So
year
we
I'm
went to the
right.
NFC.
You go further
So
than
we went to the
your
NFC title game and we lost in the divisional, and it's a gimmick. Got you. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
I don't think you
And
guys.
the primary reason we lost, he was bad in that game. But our defense gave up how many points?
Oh
a million.
My God, defense.
But you bring up Jared Goff. It makes a lot of sense.
By a rookie. Got outplayed by a rookie. Fuck out of here. Want to hear that shit? And your demise is coming too, D-Mac. You guys are on the fucking downslope. Don't even want to fucking hear that bullshit out of you.
Heard it all before. People said
You
the
guys
same
are
thing
done.
after 2020.
Yeah.
I've never said you guys. I'd never counted the Chiefs out.
I didn't say you did. I said people.
No. Out of all the
Many
years
people
that everybody
said that
says
we were
they're done. I say look out for the Chiefs.
Mahomes ain't even 30 yet.
But this year, it's a retool
this
year
year
for you guys. Just get ready. Get ready.
Mahomes is almost 30. This fuckery won't go on.
I don't care about Mahomes. It's not about Mahomes. Just get ready.
Yo, y'all
That's
are
why everybody's
covered.
mad. I get it. We were the Super Bowl champions. We're the gold standard of the
I
fucking
got no
NFL
problem
right
with
now.
y'all. Hey, look, man, if y'all want to do the booty bump, that's
Hey,
y'all.
Ev, on one hand,
You
I'm a new
gotta
Lions
do.
fan, bandwagon. Only joined when they got good, yeah. But on the other hand, I care so much that I want a rule to get banned solely because the Eagles are good. You got to pick a side when you come to me as a fan, bro. Do I really care
I
about the
never
Lions or
called
am I
you a
bandwagon?
fugazi
Like,
Lions fan.
which one is it?
I never called you a fugazi. Wait a minute. I
You
never
no,
called you a
okay, you
fugazi
just lied. We
Lions
can move
fan.
on.
I called you a fugazi sports fucking fan, not just
Oh, so
Lions.
okay,
Your
so
whole
even worse. Got you. So even
identity
worse.
as a
Got you. Okay.
sports fan
So
is
you
to
just proved the point
no.
even more. Okay.
The whole idea. I don't give a fuck. I can say whatever I want. Yeah, when you want to bandwagon against the Lions,
Bro.
when you want to bandwagon against the Lions, just get ready to get this shit talked to you because that's
Oh
fucking show.
man.
But when they sucked, we didn't hear nothing from you. Nothing.
I only came around in 2022, so
Yeah, well, they sucked then.
I've spoken on them. I wasn't like a. I think I
What?
came around
I
in
don't even want to hear.
23 for. No, I didn't come
I
around
don't
until
even
football
know.
season in 23. I
It's
wasn't even around for
everybody
22
wants
NFL
to,
football season.
it's just everybody and their mother wants to take down the Eagles and Philadelphia and every sport and every aspect of the world. That's all. Just keep it going. That's fine.
Y'all ain't even
The
winning.
world versus that don't even sound right. The
It
world
is. It
versus
is.
Philadelphia.
Y'all
That
don't be
don't
winning
even
this
sound.
fucking acting
I've never heard
It
that in my
is.
life.
Every
don't
fucking
even be
thing.
acting like yo. This is
Everything they do.
Philly, not New
Everything
York, not
they do.
LA, not Chicago. Philly.
Philly.
The most
Hey man,
hated
I like
people in the
Philly, but
world,
y'all
bro,
team
for
stinks
no
not that
reason.
evil. What the fuck?
The most
Process,
hated
man.
people in the world. Fuck out of here. Fucking losers. Every single one of you talking to me.
In y'all own minds, that
Every
is true.
single one
Y'all
of
do
you
walk
talking to
around
me
like y'all
as
hated because
football
y'all
fans
motherfuckers
are
be angry for no
losers.
reason.
That's all I know. As far as until February of next year, as football fans, you're all fucking losers. I don't want to hear shit from you. You can't tell me nothing. You're all fucking losers. Smoked every single fucking one of you.
For the record, I
Smoked.
think I started.
Smoked
I
you in this
think I started
football.
talking lines in here after they were 9-8. If that's bandwagon, then sure, I got you.
Smoked.
It's a difference
Fuck them.
between beating a team and smoking a team process.
Yeah,
When
we
y'all
smoked the fucking Chiefs.
Nah, you smoked
okay,
us. I ain't gonna.
yeah, them. But you said every
The
single one of
fuck?
y'all. I've
We
been
smoked
quiet.
our way to the fucking. We
We
smoked our way
didn't
to the
even
Super
play them
Bowl.
this year. Like, that's the thing. Like,
We smoked the team that beat your ass.
okay, now we gonna change it. I got you.
I said if we played you, we would have fucking smoked you, but we smoked the
And
team
I
that beat your
gotta
ass
let you get that off.
at
You
home.
you you smoked
At
them. You
home.
won a chip. So
That's pathetic. You lose to a rookie quarterback in your own. Detroit's such a tough place to play. My ass. The fuck out of here.
hope your team's still healthy this year, bro.
Yeah, whatever. I hope we do too. I hope your team stays healthy too, so you don't have that excuse. But when you were going into the fucking game, you didn't think you'd lose to Washington. But when you lose, it's the health.
No,
The fuck out of here.
I didn't think we would. No, look, I didn't think we would lose to Washington. You're right, but I'm talking about the comparison that you're making between a hypothetical. So if you can do the hypothetical thing, I can do the hypothetical thing with both teams being fully healthy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
And by the
even
way, when the matchup against y'all, I never said that we couldn't lose that matchup
I
too. By
didn't
the way,
say
I
that.
said we could lose that matchup.
I said after the Detroit lost to the fucking Washington Commanders, every Detroit fucking fan came out and said, "Well, our defense is decimated with injuries." Well, before the game, it wasn't a fucking problem.
By the way, when I gave my game recap after that game, you can go listen back to it. I don't even know if I mentioned the
You
injuries
literally just
in that
mentioned
game.
it. You said
No,
y'all did
I'm
bad,
talking
but
about
our
when I
defense
gave.
sucked.
I'm talking about what you just referenced, which was after the game happened. Which
Yeah,
when
you
I
just
spoke
said
from the
it now
game,
again.
I didn't speak because we were having a whole argument here. The whole thing that I spoke to from the game because we argued about it, me, Shaggy, and Ev, was Jared Goff versus the OC. I blame a lot of it on
Is
the
he breaking
OC.
up,
I
or
don't
is
even
that me?
the injuries wasn't a main thing
You
that I brought up. I don't even know if I
You
mentioned
broke
the
up. I don't know if
injuries.
that was for me or you.
It was
it
just
was
you.
just for you.
It was
Yeah, I
just
don't
me.
know if I
Oh,
even
thank
mentioned the
God. I don't want
injuries
to hear
after
that.
that shit.
I don't want to hear
But
that
the only reason I
stupid ass
brought that
shit.
up is because you talking about we would have smoked y'all and this and that and this and that. So if we're gonna do the hypothetical, I got to think about it in that lens. Yeah, if we face y'all that with the team we fielded against fucking the Commanders, absolutely,
Bro, I don't give a fuck
100%.
if you brought down the fucking Detroit Lion legends. You were losing. Fuck out of here. Doesn't matter who was on that fucking bum ass team.
You get to
Think I'm
get that
gonna
off,
ruin
bro. You
your
want a chip. You
franchise?
get to say whatever
You
you
think I'm
want.
gonna lose to that
That's the
fucking
beauty of
franchise?
winning a chip.
You're damn right it is.
You get to say whatever you
You're
want.
damn fucking
So
right, and I will.
I'm not even gonna push back to you.
Ain't
For
gonna
real.
be bad at it.
We can talk about basketball now, Ev. I'm about to be out of here anyway.
All right, but Proctor, are you free or off on Mondays?
Yeah,
D-Mac and
Mondays
I
I'm
was
off.
doing. Yeah, it was Fredo and D-Mac wanted me to do something. Fredo told me like a month and a half ago. D-Mac just brought up last week. April 14th. What day is that? That's the day I noted it for. April 14th is actually a Monday. Cool. Yeah, April 14th. I'm looking for fans of every single team. We're gonna do like a mini mock draft type of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, April
Oh,
14th. Make
I
sure you
got
present.
time before we pick. You know where we're picking, Ev? 32nd. You know why? Because we won the bowl. So go ahead. I'll be here late.
Wait, Proctor, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You want to you witnessed a Super Bowl before, right?
Yeah, I witnessed 2. Well, I witnessed
So
4,
why don't
but I
you?
won 2.
No. You witnessed a Super Bowl before, right?
Like a win, you mean? Like a
You
Super Bowl
witnessed
win.
your team win a Super Bowl before, correct?
Twice, yes.
Act like it. Like it's
No.
like you don't have to.
Fuck
Oh, you know
no.
why we're picking? You know why we're picking
No.
wives? Like, dude, we get it, bro. Like,
No. What do you want me to
y'all
come
won
in
the
here
Super.
and be? Wait a minute. You want me to come in here and be Mr. fucking humble? Like, yeah, I knew we were gonna win. Good job, guys. Fuck you. All the bullshit I had to fucking hear from every fucking person in here. You want me to come in here and be like, look at that, we won, we're good. Fuck you. You think I'm gonna come in here and be on that humble bullshit? Fucking kind of gay ass shit is that? Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking crazy?
I don't
That's
know
not.
what
That ain't.
Being
That
humble is
ain't
gay now.
Okay.
nah, that
What?
ain't being.
Okay.
That's not being humble. They just want you to be cool about it, and I don't agree with
No.
No,
that.
you
It
don't
ain't.
even gotta
No.
be cool about it. You've been
Nah,
running
fuck
around for
that.
you've been
No,
running
no,
for
no.
2 months, and then you just
that.
No,
and
I
you've
don't like
been
that, bro. It's two
and,
different type of fans. It's the Jordan Woods and it's the rookies.
Oh no, don't even say Jordan Woods. Wait
Nah,
till you see. Wait till you see
We
Duke
have
win the
no
championship next
idea how
Monday.
Jordan Woods is going to act.
wait, what?
Let Duke win a ring next Monday.
Oh no,
Okay.
all right. So
We
you've
have
been complete.
no
So
idea.
you've been. Well, no, hold on, wait. So you've been kind of complete opposite from what I've been thinking you're gonna do with Duke. I ain't gonna hold you because like
What you mean?
because you've been bro. This is how you been.
Oh
the
no,
whole,
you
the
didn't
whole,
hear. No, you
Hey,
didn't hear
bro.
me. You haven't been hearing me
Wait,
speak
wait,
after the
Jordan,
games
you
on
gonna
play.
act
Bro.
whoever just
like
subscribed.
Duke?
Thank you. Whoever just
Oh,
subscribed.
all right.
Thank you.
You haven't been
All
hearing
right,
me
because
speak after the games on play. I've been
you
talking kind of.
wasn't here.
it's just been on some
Wait. You got
it's been on
act
some
fool
same
over
type
Duke.
of
I thought you were talking about the
That's
Lions.
because we. That's because we on the show, bro.
I didn't think you were gonna act a fool over Duke. I
Nah.
understand the line.
And then play
Ev,
back
you
after the
act
games.
like
I've
this
been kind of
after.
wilding, bro.
Hold on, Ev acts like this after the Ravens win a game. Fuck a fucking
He
championship.
acted like this after Lamar Jackson signed a contract.
You
I mean, to
wish
be fair, we
watched
ain't
the
seen no
Super
chip
Bowl.
in
You watched
over
the
10
Super
years.
Bowl.
So
You lived
I
through
mean,
the Super Bowl.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with saying I have the best person and best quarterback in football. Like I can say that.
Yeah, but
Can
I'm saying
nobody
if
tell
you
me
won
I
a
can't
Super
say that?
Bowl,
Can nobody
bro,
tell me I can't say that right now?
Brother, you can
Nobody
do
can
whatever
tell
the
me
fuck
that.
you want to.
if
So
you
go ahead.
won a Super
Nobody
Bowl,
tell me I don't have
You
the
can
right
say
to think that
whatever
right
you
now.
want to.
Nobody on this stage can tell me that. And
yeah,
that's
but
a
if
fact.
you, but
Hey,
Ev,
what's
but Ev,
I have the best quarterback on this stage, and that's a fact.
Ev, what's your slogan of the show?
I'm not. Yeah,
Speak
speak your mind.
your mind, brother. Dude, speak your mind. If
I
that's
got a
on your
dynasty
mind,
question.
you
Hold
say
on, we
that.
got a dynasty question. Would y'all trade the 7th overall pick in the 2nd round next year for T. Higgins or not? No.
fuck no.
The fuck? What the fuck?
For T. Higgins?
Is it
Wait,
a rookie draft?
fantasy football?
Is it a rookie draft?
Wait, hold on. Is he talking about fantasy
He's
football?
talking about fantasy football, dynasty
The
league.
2nd overall pick this year?
No, 7th overall pick this year and a 2nd round next year.
I would
No.
do that deal.
Wait, what's the? Hold on, wait. So dynasty means you're drafting who? You're drafting from the rookie
from the
class?
rookie class? Yes,
7th
I would
overall?
do that deal personally.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'm doing that. But
Yeah,
a second round next year too, though.
I know. I don't know.
Well, fuck the rookies, bro. You take T. Higgins. You go get T.
Well, no, it's not only rookies. It's rookies and people who haven't been drafted.
Well, if it's a dynasty league, like a true dynasty league, then everybody it's not like a keeper league where you're keeping a certain amount and then you're going into
dynasty league is a full team, right?
No, you keep your entire team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people that haven't been, the people that weren't on the team at the end of the roster.
Yeah, but if you weren't on a team at the end of the season, that means you're just not good enough. Like,
I know, but you never know. Some people get left out there. But yeah, you're right. So it's mostly going to come from the rookie. So I don't really know who he's going to get.
That's something I think for a wide receiver too in dynasty.
That offense too.
I would be willing to make that deal. Yes.
I mean, like the number 1 pick of a dynasty draft this year is going to be Genty.
I mean, personally, I'm trying to see.
Unless you badly need a running back, maybe I would pass on it, but I'd probably take that deal.
I would personally be looking to this draft. Maybe because of this draft, I would probably do it. But just in general, in years where there might be,
Except
you could
Burrow's
say,
his
better
quarterback too.
skill position players, I would actually be looking to move up and
Oh
not
yeah,
down.
if you can get that with a Burrow stack, then yeah, I
Yeah.
can.
I would, yeah. If you got Burrow, yeah, I would look to maybe pair another pick and move up in a normal year, and get like in the top
Yeah,
3
I
or
mean,
some
I don't know
shit.
who the hell he's gonna get. Like, who's he gonna get? At maybe
That's what I'm saying. This
whether
year is
That's what I'm
kind of
saying. I
weird
don't
because there
think
ain't
you're gonna
nobody
get.
really.
I don't think you're gonna get a wide receiver at the 7th pick that's going to approximate what you get out of T.
Yeah,
Higgins.
this would be the year to
Second
do that
rounder
for
is
sure.
nice, but it's not necessarily getting in the way.
yeah, he's not even gonna be able to get
That's good,
Miller.
Andrew.
He's not
Yeah, I'm
able to get-
all code. I'm
it's
all
not-
for doing that move.
It's gonna
Oh,
go.
my
It's gonna go Jency.
Yeah, you breaking up.
You breaking up,
Yeah, you
process.
break up.
But code, I'm all for doing that move.
No, go
I never
ahead. Go
did
ahead. I'm sorry.
You breaking up, you good. I never did a dynasty league. I would love to do a dynasty league. But if I'm you, I'm definitely doing that trade. And I do personally think T Higgins will be more healthy this year. And I think T Higgins is gonna ball out this year. And I think T Higgins will have another good season. A lot of good regular season games, and also a lot of touchdowns, in my opinion. So new contract T, I think he's gonna have a good season, bro. That's where I'm at with that. And plus with his contract shit, he gotta play more games to make more money. So I think he's gonna work hard, work his ass off this off season to be more healthy. So and be on the field for his team. And if the Bengals are going to be any good this year, they need Jamar Chase, Burrow, T, and Chase Brown to be as healthy as possible, and Mike II to be
Hey,
as healthy
can you
as
hear
possible.
me? I think.
Yeah, we can hear you now a little bit. Hello, process. Okay. Coda, no problem, bro. Come through anytime and ask a question, bro. I think you're the one that just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. Fact and Stats is a daily sports show, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. It's a great community. It's a great platform, and I allow anybody to come on the stage and speak their mind. So you're always welcome to join the stage with us too. What you about to say, Prof? You can
Fantasy prep starts next month, bro.
Facts, yeah.
Can you hear
Fantasy
me or
prep is
no?
coming soon. And we got our Fact and Stats fantasy. Shout out to Jordan, he just won, but I'm coming back with a vengeance. We got our Fact and Stats fantasy football draft coming up in 4 months as well. So
Who are we?
I know I don't want to say. I may most likely because
Okay.
yeah, if you're bad, I don't like.
You already knew I was out. Okay.
Yeah, I like competition.
I'm
So,
crying.
yeah, I like competition. So
Yo,
think-
back to the thing. Like humble. Like if you won a Super Bowl, you would be fucking going crazy.
no,
for the
it's not. It's not about you being humble or not. You can talk your crap all the way from February all the way down to September. You can do that. But my thing is that last comment, was that really necessary? And you know why we're picking? You said I have a long time until we pick. And you know why we're picking last? Because we just won the freaking Super Bowl. Like, duh, nigga.
Fucking
like,
right.
Like,
Fucking
duh.
right.
Like, duh, nigga. But other than that, talking shit to D-Mac, myself, Jordan Woods, whoever, feel free. Because you beat us this year. You didn't smoke us. You didn't smoke us, though, but you beat us. Yes, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't smoke us. I know the score was 24-12, I think it was, but no, that's because Saquon had that late run at the end of the game and put you guys up in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you guys had a good first half, and then we had to just stomp it out. You guys were up 10-0 in that game. I don't know if you remember.
Stomp it out.
You guys were up 10-0, and then we ended up winning 24-12 or whatever the fuck it was. I forget.
Okay.
I'm just saying, we scored 24 unanswered. I don't think.
Was that game really 10-0?
Yeah, you had us in the first half 10-0. I remember, and I was bitching. And of course, I get text from you. Lamar Jackson, shut the fuck up. And then we ended up fucking beating your ass.
Who the best quarterback in the league to you right now? If you got to just say somebody,
bro. If I already explained.
Bro, I'm just asking you a question, dude. I don't need all the shenanigans, bro.
The MVP, Josh Allen. Oh, it's gotta hurt.
Okay, so we were up 9-0, and y'all scored a touchdown.
9-10, same shit.
So it was only 9-0.
Your boy missed
scored a
the extra
touchdown.
point. Your fucking boy missed that.
That was a Justin Tucker game. But we don't got to get into that. I don't want to blame Justin. Yeah, we don't got to get into it. We lost by 5, and that was a Justin Tucker game. Come on now.
No, the best quarterback in the league. I still think Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. What the fuck?
Okay.
My order didn't change, bro. It's Mahomes, Allen, your boy, Burrow.
And who do you think the Giants are drafting? I thought y'all were getting Shador. Y'all still could get Shador. Y'all just signed Russ and Jameis Winston back to back in the span of 7 days. So
Bethany, if I were you, because at this point I don't think Brian Daboll's going to do enough to save his job. I would hope that it's going to be Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter that falls to you.
Carter.
That's what I would hope for. Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw
I'm
the latest mock draft is Tennessee's going to fuck up and take Cam Ward, and then they say the Browns are going to
fuck
fuck
up.
up and take Shador.
What do you mean by fuck up?
Bro, if you have the number 1 pick of this draft, I don't care about your quarterback situation. You take Abdul Carter.
Oh, I mean that's fine, but he's not going past you regardless, though.
I mean,
Like,
I would have Travis over Abdul, even though, but you can't go wrong with either of those guys.
Travis Hunter?
Yeah.
Fuck no, bro. What?
What do you
Hunter's
mean? That's
He is one of the best wide receiver and quarterback.
yeah. How you just say
He's not
no
the
to that
best.
like this?
He's not the best, though. He's a better
He is.
corner. He's not the best receiver in this
He's
class.
the best receiver, dog. He is the best receiver.
Oh my God, no, he's not.
If I'm the Giants, and I just signed Russell
He's
Wilson
not
and James
playing
Winston.
both ways in the NFL either.
I don't think that he's going to play both times.
So then, what's he going to play?
I think that he's going to be
Whatever he plays, he's going to be good at.
I think that he's going to be. I think he's going to be a full-time corner and then play packages, with 3 wide receiver sets as far as the offensive side of the ball is concerned.
Yeah, and Bethany, to final your question, yeah, I'm with more so leaning to DMAC. I do think Browns are head and shoulder locked in on Abdul at 2, as also reported like last week. If I'm the Giants, I have Russ, I have Jameis. Let me rock out with these guys for a year and try to win as many games as possible. Let me just take the best available talent, in my opinion, and that's Travis Hunter. I'm going Travis at 3, and letting Shador and whoever else after that go to wherever they fall. Process, who's gonna be better than Travis at 3? I'm just curious.
No, I didn't say that. I said if Abdul is there, you don't take
But
Travis Hunter.
I worded. I think the Browns get him at 2. They want him at 2, bro.
Yeah, no, but D-Mac said I'd rather have Hunter over Abdul.
I mean, again, you're splitting hairs. If you take Abdul, I don't think that you're wrong in doing so. I'm just saying I would have Travis Hunter slightly above him on the board.
Not splitting hairs, bro. You're taking the best edge and going to be a dominant edge in this league for years to come. Rather than taking a risk on a guy you don't know is going to be a lockdown corner. He's not going to be a receiver. Put it this way, he won't be a number 1 receiver.
Bro, you're taking a risk, bro. Like, stop the bullshit, bro. You're taking a risk on the best player in the draft, bro. Respectfully.
Wait, what?
Respectfully, you heard what I said, bro.
Abdul Carter doesn't come without his own risk. It's just they're very minimal, the same way as Travis Hunter's is.
Wait, you're saying Abdul Carter's a risk?
He comes with risk. It's very minimal.
What's his risk? That he doesn't pan out?
No, because I think that he is, like you said, a dominant edge rusher. I don't think he's amazing against the run. You're going to have to play him in an odd threat type of scheme.
All right, that's fine. You got Micah Parsons.
Well, but that's the thing. And this is a thing that I've had specifically with the Cowboys defense. There are times in which the Cowboys defensive coordinator that they have maximized Micah Parsons and being able to use him in creative ways. And there are times in which they have minimized him by not being able to use him such. Now, Abdul Carter, in my opinion, isn't necessarily Micah Parsons in the sense that he's more of a traditional edge rushing outside linebacker stand-up type of guy. So it shouldn't be that hard to figure it out. And again, the Titan scheme lines up with it. It's just that it doesn't come with that risk. I don't think that he's
better. He's better than Micah Parsons coming out of the draft.
Well, coming out of the draft, yes, because Penn State wasn't allowing Micah Parsons to rush on a consistent basis.
Right, he was playing more of a linebacker role. But
yeah,
still,
I agree
I'm just saying, coming out of the draft, he's more highly touted.
Is Abdul Carter going to reach the heights of Micah Parsons? I can't say that is a guaranteed outcome.
There's put it this way: there's more of a chance yes than no.
Micah Parsons is fucking.
He is a fucking dog. If the Browns get him and put him with Garrett, holy quarterback's going to be in fucking hell.
But that's the thing. So are the Browns going to change their defensive scheme because he's not an even front edge?
They're going to have to change their scheme. What fuck?
Okay, so then if you're going to hire a new defensive coordinator and change your scheme, then that's something that
you're going to have to change. Even if you don't hire a new one, you're going to have to tell your D coordinator to change it to fit the mold of Carter and Garrett on the edge. Like, you're going to have to fix it.
Maybe the Browns fit would be to go Travis Hunter instead.
Fuck a fit. You take the best player available, and that's him. In my opinion, that's
the fundamental disagreement. I think Travis Hunter is up there with Abdul Carter. I think there are generational level prospects in this draft. It's Abdul Carter.
If you're drafting that high, this is how I look at it. Unless you're desperate for a quarterback and you know that there's a good quarterback on the board that you know that can come in.
I assume he's just going to say take the best prospect, which I agree with wholeheartedly. And I'm not trying to necessarily say that Abdul Carter isn't worthy of any of those picks. He is. I was just saying, if they take Travis Hunter, I also understand it because I think Travis Hunter's that damn good.
Yeah. Yeah. Bethany, if I'm the Giants, I'm taking Trav at 3 and letting whatever else happen after that be on that and let the season rock out with Russ as QB1 and or Jameis Winston at some point in time throughout the season and look to get a quarterback after that. But the Giants are focused on trying to win ball games. Head coach knows that. Ownership knows that. So they're not in the mindset of let's get a rookie in here and win 3, 4, 5 games. They're trying to be competitive now. Not saying they have the proper team to do such, but that's what they want to do. And they want to build that culture up and want to bring winning back to New York if it ever was there on a consistent basis. Uh, the NFL mini pre-draft thing is just letting you guys know what will be going on April 14th. If you are free on April 14th, that's cool. I'm going to start notating guys that will be taking cover for each team. So, like, for example, I know D-Mac will be Chiefs, so I would notate on my phone, D-Mac, Chiefs. Process will be the Eagles. Taylor, I don't know if you're free that day. Are you free that day? Just curious.
I don't even know right now, brother.
All right, just let me know whenever you know. But also, if anybody that's in here just in the chat, like I saw Corey or whoever else, Established, whoever else, if you want to take a part in this and do a mock draft inside of Fact and Stats and representing your team, please DM me on Twitter. I'm at Fact and Stats _. And I will let you all be a part of this. It's obviously we need 30 plus people. If I don't get to that 30 mark, I'm going to have some people just take on the responsibility of doing multiple teams, whether it's a team you rock with, like whatever the case may be. So please let me know. OG's not running from the smoke. We just get into basketball later on. Please let me know. Take me down for Cincy. Nah, Pac-Man, I got to tap in with Tez first. If Tez can't do it, then I guess I'll take you down for Cincy game. Appreciate you being in here, though, Pac-Man. Also, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button on this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Fact and Stats as well.
Bro, if I'm not here, bro, respectfully, bro, just hit my phone, bro. And
ain't no way you expect me to hit your phone, gang, for all the picks throughout, gang. Like, come on, gang. What you mean, gang? That's crazy. Anyway, it's just a little activity, bro. Maybe you can even pop in when we get to the Bengals pick. You know, some pop in real quick and who available?
Nah, that if I can, I'm gonna be here. You know that. I just you saying the 14 gang, anything I don't know.
Nah, I feel you. Exposing fakes, Titans. Anybody else? Y'all can type it in the chat. If you know you can be free April 14th and you want to do a mock draft for your team inside of Fact and Stat, say Ed, put me down for X team and I'll do that. And that's what it'll be looking like. D-Mac said he has a site for me that I can use. And D-Mac, I'm assuming this have like all the player names and things of that nature.
Yep, it does.
Okay, yeah. So that's what we'll be doing. Also, if you are in here so far, do not forget Fact and Stats is a daily sports show, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. I built a platform for anybody to come on the stage and speak their mind. I have one question before we get to some NBA things. And if we got winning the Final Four in the women's tourney, I think this is UConn year to win it all. I don't think the South Carolina team, I haven't seen them all. I have not been in tune with college basketball this year as much as I've been last year or the year before that. I'm a super duper Caitlin Clark fan. She's my favorite player. And that's when I was locked in watching Iowa, even back when Sabrina, my other favorite player, was there as well. Not at Iowa, but in college. So, I appreciated seeing Asia and Camilla and all these talented players that are all the LSU teams, you know what I'm saying, that I witnessed with Asia Reese and company. I just feel like it just haven't been the same for me this year. So I have not been all the way in tune. I'm not going to sit here and lie. But looking at these Final Four teams left, South Carolina is just not the same team to me. They were in a really damn good game against Duke the other day. They pulled out the win. I think UConn overall is the best team that's left out of these four, and they also got UCLA coming up, who's been a damn good team all year as well. But UConn is not heavily favored. They're favored in that game right now, and also South Carolina is favored over Texas. These games are on Friday, by the way, for anybody that don't know. We have the Final Four on Friday. Starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time and then 9 p.m. Eastern time, a doubleheader on ESPN. I would definitely prioritize watching this inside of playback alongside with any other NBA games that are on that night. But with these 14 remaining, I'm going with UConn personally. Malik, appreciate the question. Patrick, hit me up. I'm a Bengals fan. That's a bet. Did you see Clark will get more national TV games this year coming up over all NBA teams? I didn't know that. I do know she has 41, I think, or 42 national televised games, something like that, or 38, whatever it is. I didn't know that's more. I did not know that's more than all the NBA teams this year in general, like any team.
You got to think about it. The time slot, time of year.
Yeah. And also the size of leagues being different. But yes, she does have the most, and the Fever have the most in the WNBA.
Amazing. I mean, listen, they're a really good team. They're gonna be a really fun team to watch, and she's a really special player. So, I only got one more month to wait. Like, I only got one. In fact, Bethany, summer slots are open more. Facts. I only got one more month to wait. Also, with that being said, I do got to make the flyer for the third annual Fact and Stats Cookout. I do not want to forget. I got to heavily promote that this month and next. Third annual Fact and Stats Cookout is June 21st. June 21st. Anybody interested in coming to the Fact and Stats Cookout, DM me on TikTok if you need any information in regards to or questions, concerns, hotels, whatever the case may be. You can, I said DM me on TikTok. DM me on Twitter. I'm sorry. DM me on Twitter at Fact and Stats _. Also, NFL mini pre-draft event coming up in 2 weeks, April 14th. If you want to draft for your respective team, there's going to be a mock draft. Obviously, myself or Z Farmer, whoever will be taking care of the Ravens, D-Mac the Chiefs, Ted the president of the Bengals, Josiah president of the Giants, Jordan Woods, etc. That's what will be going on. Low, Shaggy, or whoever, Jordan Wilson, whoever, the Patriots. So that's what we'll be doing in here. Bethany,
I was just gonna say Eagles for them.
Oh yeah, Shaggy. Take Shaggy away from the Patriots. I don't even know who he rocking with. Bethany, if she really serious, the Giants. And I'm taking a lot of this time this month to. I think this week right here is like a two turn. Welcome back, two turn. I don't know if you always was a member or this is the first time becoming a member. Welcome back. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. That mean a lot. Speaking of becoming a member, y'all. What he just did, anybody can become a member. Super boom, 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 boom. I think he already was a member. He probably just renewed. Super boom, the two turn. He's been rocking with Fact and Stats, the platform. I will hope for everybody else to become members as well. The link is in the description on this video. There's 3 different levels you can join as. And I think I'm probably on the road to like 60 members or something like that. So thank you, bro. It means a lot. And for everybody that's members, like it truly means a lot. Like words can't express it enough. If you know any Rockets fans, tell them to DM me. I'm looking for Rockets fans. I'm looking for Laker fans. I'm looking for NBA fans. Looking for all that. Quick drop, nothing but love. Y'all know I do that. It's gonna be when I'm wrapping up. You had to renew. Appreciate you, Birdie. I do that when I'm wrapping up. As far as the YouTube side of things, man, thank you. I enjoyed the NFL talks today. Like I was just saying, I'm taking a lot of this time this month to, especially this week, because I have a lot of free time this week, in my opinion, with the men's finals 4 not till Saturday, women's not till Friday. So I'm definitely gonna be looking at some college prospects who will be the best fit for my team and who will be the best fit on other teams, or just players I just don't know in general. That's what I'll be doing for the next 3 weeks with the draft starting at the end of this month. I think on the 24th or the 26th. Can't remember which day it is. Bethany, I'm not sure. Yeah, tell your girl to pull up exposing fakes. All is welcome. All is welcome. Invite me to your church, Bethany. I'll pull up. Invite me to the 24th. Justin and Kelly, thank you. So yeah, that's that. All the support for Fact and Stats, man. Thank y'all, Bethany. I'm locked in. Trust me, I'm locked in. But I'm locked in with the word. I'm locked in with all that. Trust. And all the support for Fact and Stats, y'all greatly appreciate it. Truly means the world to me. We are about to now get into some NBA side of things. At the moment, I'm gonna continue to move NBA to playback. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, the show will be live on playback and YouTube at the same time. So I am 46, I think that is 46 subscribers away from 1,000. If you are in here, you're not subscribed, make sure y'all do me a solid and hit that subscribe button. Some days NBA will just be right here. Like some days NBA will just be in playback. Some days we're just gonna start in playback. Some days we're only gonna be on YouTube. Literally all depends on how I'm feeling, how much I got to do on that particular day. But like I said, I went to the gym today. I had a great breakfast today. We had good NFL talks today, and I gotta continue to just keep going, keep being consistent, and keep grinding, keep thanking God. So thank y'all for all the support. It don't stop here. I'm energized. I'm still going. I'm not tired. Shout out Byron. We about to move to playback. Ed, just want to see. We appreciate you. Thank you for the work you put in to make Fact and Stats what it is. That means a lot, man. Exposing fakes. I don't know if you trolling or not, man, but that means a lot, man. That means a lot, man. 3 years. This month actually makes 3 years of the Daily Sports Show. 3 years. So, and if I can go back and count whatever 365 times 3 is, I don't know. Whatever 365 times 3 is, I haven't missed over 20 days. In 3 years, I haven't missed over 20 days, really over 15 probably. I got a couple of sick days here and there. I got a couple mental days here and there. I probably got a couple travel days. I'm about to move to playback, Jordan. I probably got a couple travel days here and there. But I haven't missed over 20 days. Yeah, it's crazy. I haven't missed over 20 days. I went to Miami before. I hosted on my birthday, I think. I hosted on my birthday. I went to Miami. I went to Jamaica. I went to Cancun. And a couple of sick days, a couple of mental days. Yeah. So yeah, I haven't missed over. I haven't missed over 25. I'll be firm on 25. Look at Bethany hating. You better put up the playback. You better grab a mic today too, because you know why you don't grab mics no more. You know why you don't talk no more. And I don't like that. But we on YouTube. We on YouTube. Exposing Fakes. I appreciate you, gang. If y'all in here, y'all not subscribed, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all like the video today. And also, more importantly, it's not over yet. It ain't over yet. We headed to playback right now. Drop your favorite song in the playback chat, and I'm gonna pick out the favorite song, and I'm gonna play that song before we get started. I'm only playing one song. When you join the playback chat, drop your favorite song right now, and I'm gonna play that song. And if I like the song, I'll give you $20. Whoever. Drop your favorite song in the playback chat right now. If I like the song, when I play it, giving away $20. Playback.tv/fact and stats. Pull up to the playback room. Thank y'all for all the support on the YouTube side. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Playback.tv/fact and stats. That's where we're going right now. We're going to talk about all things NBA. Playback.tv/fact and stats. All things NBA. All things NBA. Thank y'all for all the support, and I'll see y'all on playback.